Hello, grade 6 students. This is first semester examination, March 2024 paper. Before going for the discussion, I would like to introduce you the paper structure because this is the first time you come across with the first semester examination in the middle school. So far, when you were in the primary classes, that you had a different structure for the semester examinations, but in the middle school, it is a totally different structure. First of all, we want to have an idea how it works. That here you can understand they have given 95 marks for the paper and 5 marks for the handwriting. So then what does this mean? The handwriting 5 marks, it's not kind of that you write the letters in kind of a circular way or else that it's kind of the balls. No, it is not all about your handwriting. It is all about the neatness of the paper, answer script, and how you have written it, how you have taken the steps, that everything will be covered, right? And they have given you the instructions, answer all the questions on the spaces provided in this paper. That means if you write the answers on a separate paper, that won't be taken for marking, right? Show your workings where necessary, right? So then we will move to the paper. You have part 1, right? And you have part 2, right? In this video, I'm planning to discuss part 1. And the next video that I'll take part 2 separately because that I have something different to explain here, because you can see not like in the part 1, in part 2 you have more space, and that all the questions, either it may be 2 marks or 4 marks, 3 marks, so it is different. That if the number of marks they have allocated here, that you can see that you have 1 mark questions. So then we want to learn that here we have 6 marks. Based on the number of marks they have allocated, the way we write the answer will be varied, right? So then we will start from the part 1 here, right? And you just see that how I'm writing the answers here, that I just imagine I'm a grade 6 student. And this is how I write the answer. And this is how I present my answers to my teacher. So then throughout these 6 months, that what you learn, and you want to prove and you want to show your teacher you have learned all the steps and you have learned them accurately. Write as a fraction in its lowest term. Now, when you have 0.8, here you have 1 decimal place. If it is 1 decimal place, and when you are writing, so this decimal place is the 10th place. If it is 10th place, it should be 8/10. But I have to simplify this. Why? Because they have asked me to write the answer in its lowest term. When you're simplifying a fraction, what you're supposed to do, children, you want to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Now here I take 2. 8 divided by 2, it is 4. And 10 divided by 2, it is 5. Right? The final answer is 4/5. Right? So first you show 0.8 as a fraction, then you show the lowest term. And the next one, then 7/10. You want to write this as a decimal, then straight away you can write the answer 0.7. If you have number 10 in the denominator, you can write it in 1 decimal place. By any chance, children, I'm just writing this. If you have 10/100, so then you want to write this as 0.07, because it is the 7 out of 100, 100th place. 7 should be in the 100th place. For that, I want to write 2 decimal places. But here, the 7/10th, so then the 7 should be in the 10th place. Therefore, I should keep only 1 decimal place. Then the third one, they have given the decimal numbers in the horizontal way. To get the answer, what I do, I write 1.1 and 2.2 like this, and I add them together. So then it gives me 3.3. Right? You can do this in mind. That's totally fine. But it's better that you just see that how many seconds I spent for this. It's better to show all the steps as much as possible. I will erase this because it is not part of the answer. And here it should be 3.3. Then I'm moving to the next one. So here you want to find, if you can remember the very first lesson, that sometimes the numbers are given horizontally or vertically. So then you want to start that. The 13 plus 2, 15, 15 plus 1, 16. So then I write the answer 16 here. And here, again, I write this vertically because it's easier for me, 0.98, and I write 0.6. This is very important. When you're writing these decimal numbers vertically, you want to write them at the correct decimal place. 0.98, you have two decimal places. 0.6, you have one decimal place. So then you write it like this. If you feel that this place it is blank, you can fill it with a 0, right? And then you can subtract 8 minus 0, it is 8. 9 minus 6, it is 3. And the answer is 0.38, right? You just see that when you write the answers, no one can say that your answers are wrong, that you have written everything in neat, right? That you have shown all the steps, right? And then the next one, change into a mixed number. Children, can you remember how can you convert improper fraction into a mixed number? You divide like this, 5 times 1, 5, 1 remaining, and you bring this h down. For 18, how many 5s you have? 3 5s, right? And 15, and 3 is remainder. So then how do you write this? 13, 3 over 5, right? So how we are going to do that, this whole number you write here. And then the remainder will be here. And this one will be here. You don't want to show the arrows, but I'm just showing you for your understanding. And the other thing, children, when you're writing the answers, if you just write 13, 3 over 5, this is wrong. If you just write that the 13, 3 over 5, this is wrong, right? When you're writing it, you want to write 13, and in the middle I draw the line and I write 3 and 5 like this. This is the correct way of writing a mixed number, right? So then we will move to the next question, right? So then the next question, which is the smaller fraction. Children, when I ask 2 over 7 and 5 over 7, you know which is the smaller one. This is the smaller one. 2 over 7 is the smaller and 5 over 7 is the larger. You can easily say because you have the same denominator, you just look at the numerator, and looking at the numerator value, you decide which is smaller and which is larger. But here we don't have such a scenario because we do have two fractions, denominators are different. When you have different denominators, the very first thing you should do, children, you want to convert this into common denominator, right? When you take 3 and 4, what is the lowest common multiple? It is 12, right? So by now you should know what is the lowest common multiple. Then you just take the multiples of 3 and you just take the multiples of 4, and then you think about the common multiples. Out of the common multiples, what is the smallest value? It is 12. And then we do have a different method. You divide 3 and 4 by the prime numbers until you get 1, and you come across with the answer. Here I'm not talking about the LCM finding, but I hope that all of you are aware about it. By any chance, if we come across with such a question, I will explain you how to find the LCM. 3 and 4, the LCM is 12. Now you just see, how can you convert 3 into 12, children? 3 times 4. So then you multiply 2 also by 4, it becomes 8. And how do you convert 4 into 12? 4 times 3. Therefore, you multiply the numerator 3 also by 3. 3 times 3, 9. Now you can see, so which is smaller? And 8 over 12 is smaller. This is bigger, which is a smaller fraction. Now you just write the answer 8 over 12 is smaller. You don't get the marks because in the question you don't have such a fraction 8 over 12. 8 over 12 something we prepared by ourselves to decide which is smaller. So then you want to write that which is the equivalent one, the equivalent fraction for the 8 over 12, which you just write that therefore these 3 dots that it represent therefore, and you write 2 over 3 is smaller. Right? And then we will move to the next one. 25 multiplied by 23. What I do, I go to the right side. That always that when you are doing your workings that you can do here. 25 multiplied by 23. 3 times 5, 15. 1 remainder. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 2 times 5, 10. 1 remainder. 2 times 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So then you add these together. Okay. 5, 7, 5. 575. So then here you write the answer 575. Then the next one you want to subtract. So then I go to the right side corner, 684, subtract 497. Okay, so then, so the 4 minus 7 you can't do, that you borrow from the next door. So then 14 minus 7, it is 7. Here you have 7, right? From 17, when you deduct 9, it gives you 8. And here you have 5. 5 minus 4, 1. And here you write the answer 187. Okay. Then you will move to the next one, that you have 2 mixed numbers to add. I know that some of the students, they use a different method which I am using here. I can't say that method is wrong, but you can continue. But I prefer to do this kind of question like this. First, I convert the given mixed numbers into improper fraction. That is how I do. If you follow the other method, you first add the whole numbers, then you add the fraction separately. You can continue it, but I recommend you to practice this method because that without your knowledge, sometimes you come across with the wrong answers in special scenarios. So then to avoid that, I recommend this. So then the 2 times 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 over 2, plus 3 times 3, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 over 3. Then you can get the common denominator. So then 2 and 3, the common denominator is 6. Okay. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 2, 6. 10 times 2, 20. Now you have the same denominator, 6. And then you can write 9 and 20. It gives me the answer 29. 29 over 6. But I want to write the answer as a mixed number because the original question, it is with the mixed numbers. So then 29 I divide by 6. 6 times 4, 24, and 5 remained, right? So then I write the answer 4 and 5 over 6. That is my final answer, 4 5 over 6. Right. Then I'm moving to the next question. How many 1/5 are there in 8? How many 1/5 are there in 8? If I have 8, then I want to divide this by 1 over 5. When you have something like this, 8 I can write as a fraction, 8 over 1. Then I convert this division into multiplication. When I convert the division into multiplication, I get the reciprocal of the next fraction that becomes 5 over 1. So then the final answer, 40 over 1. How many 1/5 are there in 8? So then you write 40 1/5 are there in 8. For an example, then you just see you have 8 loaves of bread, for an example, right? And then one loaf of bread that you cut it into 5 pieces. And then how many pieces you can have with these 8 loaves of bread? You can have 40 pieces because you cut one loaf of bread into 5 pieces. So then if you have 8 loaves of bread, you get 40 pieces, right? So then the next one, question number 9. So this is from the directed numbers lesson. So this is very easy when you come across with different numbers, different signs, you get the difference of the numbers. 2 and 6, the difference is 4. And you use the sign of the higher digit. Here the higher digit is 6. 6 is having plus. Therefore, my answer is plus 4. You can just write it as 4. Both are correct. And when you have the same sign, we just add the numbers 3 and 4, 7, and you write the sign of the numbers. And here, when you come across with this kind of thing, you know that here we have the multiplication, plus and minus, that becomes minus, and you rewrite the question, 3 minus 2, the answer is 1. Okay. Here, what does this mean, children? Negative 7 and positive 7. It is just 0, right? So then the first one, you have 4, negative 7, 1, and 0, right? Then we will move to the question number 10. A girl buys an eraser costing 30 pence and a pencil costing 58 pence. If she pays with a £2 note, how much change does she get? Right? So then you can add 30 pence. What's the cost of the pencil and the eraser? 30 pence and 58 pence. When you add them together, so it gives me 88. That how much she has given to the shop owner? £2. £2 means, children, 200 pence. Why? That we know £1 is equal to 100 pence, right? So then what I do to find the balance, so she has given 200 pence. The price of the two items, it is 88 pence. Now we'll see how much she got as the balance. Here it is 2, 1, 112 pence. So then how much change does she get in pence? So then the answer is 112 pence. Now you might think this is a word problem. Normally, I encourage all the students to write the answers in words if the question is in words. But here I didn't do something like that. Why? Because they have given only 1 mark. To get the 1 mark, you don't want to spend that much writing all the sentences. Looking at the marks, I decided, no, I don't want to go for the wordings. I don't want to spend the time that much. I just do the calculation and show it and show the answer, how much change she got. Okay. So then if it is by any chance, let's say 3 marks, or 2 marks? Definitely, I will write my answer in words. First, I write price of the eraser, then I write the price of the pencil, and then the total cost, the amount she gave to the shop owner. So then I find the balance, something like that. Right. So then I'm moving to the next one. Name the angles which are equal in size. Now, this is an isosceles triangle, children. How do you identify an isosceles triangle? In an equilateral triangle, all the 3 sides are equal. In an isosceles triangle, only 2 sides are equal. So that means the given triangle is an isosceles triangle. What are the equal angle? So this is easy that you just draw the arrows like this. So these are the opposite angles. That means A angle is equal to B angle. What are the equal angle here? Name the angles which are equal in size, A and B. You can just write A equal to B, or else you can write A angle and B angle, right? You can write the answer in any way. So then the next one, you want to deal with the BODMAS or BIDMAS. You have learned this in chapter 2, right? So then first you want to solve the bracket. How do you do that, children? 7 plus 4 minus 12. What is the answer? Minus 8. Because 4, it is a positive answer. 12 is a negative. So 4 is a positive number. 12 is a negative number. When you have two different numbers with different signs, you get the difference of the numbers. 4 and 12, the difference is 8. And you use the sign of the higher digit when you compare the digit 4 and digit 12. 12 is bigger than 4. Therefore, I use the sign of 12. The 12, it is having negative sign. So then 8 also should be negative. And when you have the two signs closer like this, positive and negative, I know it is negative. Then I can rewrite this 7 minus 8. So then my final answer will be minus 1. Right? So final answer will be minus 1. Then here what I do, children, in question number 13, most of the time, if I come across with the mixed number, I convert them into an improper number because it's easier for me to do the simplification. 4 times 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 over 4 multiplied by 8. This 8, I write it as 8 over 1 because it's easier for me to do the simplification. Then I can simplify 4 times 1 and 4 times 2. Then I write 5 times 2, 10. 1 times 1, 1. The final answer is 10. Right? So then we will go to the next one. What is the sum of the A and B? They are just asking a theory, angles at a point. So then what is the sum? Then you can write A plus B is equal to 360. Normally, I write the reason, but I don't write the reason because they have given me 1 mark. If by any chance, if they have given 2 marks, I write angles at a point, angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. Okay. Then we will move to the next one. You want to change the given mixed number into an improper fraction. We have done it now that a few times. 7 times 2, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. 17 over 7. Then we will move to question number 16. Find the value of C giving reason. Now here, children, first of all, you want to understand what kind of triangle is this. So this is a right-angled triangle. This is a right-angled triangle. How I identified this as right-angled triangle? Because I see here a right angle. What is the value of the right angle, children? The right angle means 90 degrees, right? And then either it is a right angle triangle or acute triangle or whatever it is, we know any triangle, angles are add up to 180. I want to find the angle C. So then I write C plus 48 degrees and 90 degrees add up to 180 degrees. So then we write angles in a triangle, right? And 48 and 90. What is the answer? 138 degrees. So then to find the C value, we write 180 minus 138. Okay. What is the answer, children? 42 degrees. Okay, if need, you can find here 180, 138, right? So then you subtract into, right? So then the 42, right? What is the sum of all four angles marked with x in degrees? So then what is this, children? So angles on a straight line add up to 180. We just write x plus x plus x plus x equal to 180. Then here we want to write the answer with the reason. So then we can write find the sum of all the four angles. They have not asked us to write that. You can write angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line add up to 180. Find the value of one angle. So then x, it is 4x. 4x is equal to 180 degrees. So then the x is equal to 180 divided by 4, right? So then what is the answer? It is 45 degrees, right? So then we will move to question number 17. So this is very easier. You have the same denominator. You draw the longer line like this, 15, and you write 11 minus 4. The answer is 7 over 15, right? Then the next one, it is very easy again that you draw the line, 7, and you add 1 plus 2 plus 2. Then answer is 5 over 7, right? 5 over 7. Now you can see here they have given 2 marks. That means they are expecting to show the steps. And the next one, you want to find the x value. You keep x here. You bring that positive 7 to the other side. That becomes negative 7. And x is equal to 5. Okay. And here, first you want to solve the bracket. 6 minus 4, 2. 7 minus 5, 2. Then you can rewrite the question. How? 4 multiplied by 2 minus 2 multiplied by 2. 4 times 2, 8. And 2 times 2, 4. So then you can rewrite this 8 minus 4. The answer is 4. Right? First you solve the bracket, 6 minus 4, 2, and 7 minus 5, 2. Then you rewrite the question. 4 times the bracket. Instead of the bracket, now I write 2. Then minus 2 times the bracket. But instead of the minus 2 times the bracket, I write 2. Then you want to, as per the BODMAS, bracket, index, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, the priority order that we want to deal with the multiplication first, Then 4 times 2, 8, and 2 times 2, 4. Then only we can do the subtraction. 8 minus 4, it is 4. And then we will move to the next one. Then here also you have 3 times 3, 9. And 2 times 3, 6. Then I rewrite the question. How? 2 plus 9 minus 6. Right? 2 plus 9, it is 11. 11 minus 6, the final answer is 5. Right? So first you want to do the multiplication. 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 3, 6. Then you write the question again. 2 plus 9. Because instead of 3 times 3, now you can write 9. Instead of 2 times 3, you can write 6. Right? So then 2 plus 9, 11. 11 minus 6, the answer is 5. And you want to write the coordinates of the point A. Children, when you are writing the coordinate, right? How you are going to write? First you write the x value and put a comma, and then you write the y value, and the coordinate should be inside the bracket. So what this is the origin, right? This is the origin, and this is the x value, and this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. And first you see from the origin, you should first go 2 steps. So that is the coordinate of point A. It should be 2. First you write the related x value. And what is the related y value for this? You can see here, see. So then first you move from the origin horizontally 2 steps to the right side, therefore positive 2, and you go up 1 step, so then it is 1. That is one way of thinking how to get the coordinates of a point. Or else you mark the point A and you see that what is the related x value and what is the related y value. Based on that, you can write the coordinates inside the bracket 2, 1. Right? So then we are done with the part 1. Right? So then I'll bring the next video to discuss the answers for the part 2. And then I will discuss the 2025 paper 2. Please be in touch and share this video with your friends also. And children, when you share the knowledge, it shines. If you just keep it with you, it doesn't shine. If you want to shine, if you want to shine with the knowledge, you just share it as much as possible. It is not to share my video, but you are sharing the knowledge, what you gain and what you gather from this video. Share it as much as possible. When you share the knowledge with your friends, that automatically that it will come back to you as a blessing, and that will shine your path. It doesn't harm you when you're sharing that whatever the good thing you found. So then we discuss the part 1 of 2024 paper. Then I will discuss the part 2 of 2024 paper. Then 2025 paper. Please be in touch. We'll meet again with the next video. See you children. Bye.